on his little perch. Dash is going to be fading away, but at least going to be able to try to get this plant down now. Util's going to be sent flying forwards. Wall up on top of it with the paranoia offloaded. It's all sweeping across the side. Not enough to try and push them back, and Midi going to get traded. Toppled towards the top there. Jonah P lurking slightly around to the side here, and there's that Sage coming into play. Jorgamo stinking, have onto the defuse. Win concert to G2. A pistol round in their back pockets.
If they go back though towards Coconut.
Just spotting the legs. Coconut is falling asleep at the wheel. Osmos is going to be calling for his team. Reinforcements arriving. This is going to be a brawl. Bit of a tussle occurring out towards B main, yet somehow G2 is still ended up the winners of it. Paranoia used that insurance policy for the exit of G2. As that rifle dropped down to the ground, Raga 0 and 3.
A rough beginning and a rough continuation.
Open access over towards the A side though, trying to go for that plan. Swinging to the back, Leaf lucky to be alive. Just about backs himself away here. And XLG looking like they want to fight this one forwards, not defaulting back and away, already making the necessary adjustments against the Sage pick.
Remember, you can't allow Jorgamo to get into position to just put this wall down in front of the defuse.
Darts flying sky high, face out to the side, it's G2, plenty of bodies, plenty of action, still XLG, they have those rifles, tucked up closer towards the side, it's whiffy! Viva dropped! And Midi's next, it leaves it all just down a happy way. It's snappy. You need a bit more where that came from as well. Damage has definitely been done as well. Tucked to the side though, 28 HP. Is it enough to work with? Tap it on and running him down. Slow warp up towards top. Now the drone as well. So Ramo going exploring. There's a re-swing off to the side. And adjustments necessary. Calm and steady aim in the end.
It's always G2 driving the action here. They fought over towards B in the previous round. Now they're fighting towards A, and it just drives XLG into the opposite side. XLG need to find some way of disrupting the tempo. And the plant denied.
I mean, another one was dead, they just sent the spike into his death.
Coconut.
Not long for the world.
Even if he got past Trent there, I don't think there was a chance that he was also getting past Leaf.
Refighting. A little bit deeper. Flash. Not really recoverable. Slow orb's going to be down. G2 still wants to play this one for the retake. And Jorgamo just taking that slight peek up from Kitchen. Into that angle. Midi's going to be dropped now. Just 2 left to stand against it, but swarms on every possible position. G2 have got their number, and Leaf is the one to be delivering that dagger to the back! Potentially broken early, yep.
It's a good bait.
Takes it, it is that bait and switch! Happy way! He just whiffs it!
You can't lose that. He doesn't have the confidence to peek properly. Just sees the ponytail of Jorgamo. And now they're making a predictable reaction again. Fast into the A site, hit by the lockdown.
Yeah, and it's going to be stunted. Pushed back and away as well into the arms of Jonah P.
Spike planted.
Plant is down, but 2 players have to stand against it. 2 managed to block away. Jonah P from the picture, but that's an ult expended. Viva has let this one loose as the last player left alive, and the options dwindling now for any chance of winning the round, and they know it. G2. This is brimming almost at cap here for G2.
And G2 have actually changed it up slightly. They're playing on with their Killjoy util.
There it is. Hold on, trying to play up onto one side. Jonah P's going to be punished for it.
Jorg is trying to get a Sage wall so that he can land above their heads, but he's...
Wait a minute.
He's either missing it or he's not taking the timing.
Essentially biding his time as well. Tara, okay, drone broken.
That wall, if he hits it, gets him an angle to kill people who are crossing over to yellow.
XLG are trying to work the map a little bit here and trying to work some picks. Raga just steps up. Very long sight line, unable to get the kill there. A couple of stray bullets onto Leaf, but he just backs himself away on top of it. Now the lockdown is here. Happy way. Hoping to save it for post, I think. If they can get a free plant on, that would be ideal.
It's a good read.
Yeah.
They've taken down the Killjoy utility earlier on. And Trent, he's not going to invest the Soberall for that. This round has got to be, it's a must win.
It has to be.
It's a can't lose kind of situation.
Investments they've got as well, but Raga's been dropped as well. But potential rifle spam, I think, through the wall. It might have just caught him unaware. Smokes are going to be dropped down now with a dart towards the back, but again, the pit obfuscated. Hides a lot to blight onto the side here. Wall needs to be broken in time. Portion of it is Jorgamo! My God! Jumps up and over, tap onto it, and it is just rooting
out. And they're hoping that's going to make a distraction for this mid push.
Yeah, 3 players up through mid now. XLG looking to pounce. That's an updraft dash all the way around to the side. And Jorgamo caught unaware, still not dead though. And the players are dropping.
Spike down mid.
It's XLG with the cheeky idea. Something to try and turn the tide of the way that this map has been going. But G2, bit of luck in a draw, of course, is being played. But I don't know. XLG have been handed opportunities to get kills. They've just been missing them.
That Sage Wall reaction from Jorg just completely blocks the spike into mid.
30 seconds
But I
left.
would have liked to see XLG take a timing after Trent had already invested the ultimate. Wait for the Sova to be stuck inside of his ult.
One last
before
player
you
with a gun
pounce.
out.
And now in a 2v5, this round is impossible.
It's cooked. 15 seconds left. Spike's out of reach. It's a pure save.
It's the most out of reach it could possibly be on an Icebox
10
attack
seconds
round.
left.
The spike going through mid. And these two players
One enemy
left in
remaining.
A.
Hunted.
Flawless.
Not
For
even
the
a gun.
last breath. He can exit here if he wants to, but I think just feeling the pressure to at least get a ping, anything to turn the tide of the way that this has been going. And here it is. Hunter's Fury, Thrash, suspended up over towards the B side and catching into his sights. Leaf, watchful eye onto his adversary.
And Coconut pushed up to danger completely on his own. Raga actually one of the most passive players in his positioning.
Last
Fully
player
cleared out.
standing.
It's just up to Raga. Last one left. Got to see those heroics.
And a half that looks unrecoverable.
Jiggle Jorgamo. Sole defender over towards A. Many angles of which he can be spotted at. And yes, he is plucked out of the picture.
Pays a little bit there for the hubris of holding such a out in the open kind of angle.
Lockdown's going to be expended nice and early though. This is Leaf looking to try and push them back and away. Raga overstaying his welcome.
And remember now, Jorgamo dead, that means no Sage Wall to be able to get that easier diffuse off. So a lot of it's around the smokes.
Paranoia is perfect. Raga, that's instinctual. Right click with the knives and he's stepping all the way up and through. Finally though, dismissed and dealt with. Quick little peek though, toppling, and as the mollies are going to be going up and over, this could be the best chance in a long while. XLG, still Leaf, watching for it. Too many bodies though, and a bit of spam does the job. Coming out through that one, and he's still tucked, so he is safe in this possible position, and now sees it off to the side. That's just a classic in hand. Raga has been dealt with, taken out. Now it's up to Leaf to try and step up to it and see if he can hold this one back here, and losing control to the flank. The players are dropping like flies here. G2. Not sure which way they wanted to look. Barrel sticking out, matters not for Coconut. The unsuspecting. Tear them apart with the stingers in hand. Peeks off to the side here with the Outlaw.
The Outlaw's a great purchase.
Yeah, it's shown. Jonah P looking up through mid. There was a chance of the timing there for him. Leaf just snaps right up top.
Oh,
Middy's got the peaks of his own. And everybody feeling like they have to be the hero in a moment like this when you're down to this extent. Snap it up to the side. That's 2 shots required. And G2 overwhelm. They swarm the back of the side. Coconut, it's the last one left to do it. Laughs now though.
Or was it round 3? Anyway, whenever they won that first round.
Oh, there's just nothing going right for XLG here.
No, happy way, even the movement. He ends up tripping over his shoelaces, gets caught there by Trent. The ults are good, and it's the same trio from XLG trying to make something happen again. They pushed out A in the previous round, now they've gone over to B.
Jonah P. Oh, he's in transit, he's blocked by the barrels. Could have had an exit perhaps, maybe, but Middy's going to be dropping him nevertheless.
I mean, to be fair, it's a very new map, isn't it? Those barrels only just got recently added.
A lot of changes to Icebox recently, so...
4v4.
Right. Rifles in the hands for XLG, and they're stomping, they're marching. They know it's the last lifeline here for them on Icebox. Time to make a go of it once more. Stepping forwards here with a flash, that's a bit of an indicator closer to the corner! What are you doing? Cycling the U-turn. Jorgamo is let loose and unleashed and leaves it down to Coconut in a 1v2. All for the map. All here and now. Denied that. Up through mid here with a flash and a horn up towards the top and wrapping around to the side. It's a lot of damage, no slight kill, but Valin might get that exit or not. Happy way, trying to catch him. Paranoia just barely there towards his back and peeking out through the smoke. Trent will be punished.
It's a beautiful idea from G2, and yet no kills whatsoever.
Spike planted.
All going the way of XLG. They now have C control, garage lurk, 5v2. Couldn't get a better beginning.
All offside as well. No smokes alive. Valen has been dropped. One way propped up on top of it. It's inevitable at this point. XLG going to be able to get that strong start they were hoping for. Raga from behind. Just trying to tap away there, ghost in hand. Jorgamo puts him down, but his team taking a bit of A-long control. Giving it up now. Coconut going to be rejoining the rest of his team. Leaf. Flash and a drone up and over. As the Thorn's dead, a bit of spam for the wall. Yeah, it's not going to be saving you from much here. Raga is off to an absolute heater. Beginning here of Haven.
Jorg's thinking about how to get past this trip over towards the C side of the map because he's pushed up and got good information. It's allowing them to stack 3 players over here towards A.
Players up. G2 might be able to put a stop to this. Paranoia's already going to be sweeping past. Vulnerability. All going to be used here with a snake bite. Aftershock into the corner, clears out Trent. Puts a bit of fear into XLG as well. Now they're going to start scurrying into a different direction, right into Jorgamo perhaps, but no, right. B seems to be the goal.
Right into where the wall was, but they've gotten a bit lucky. The leaf's already gone.
They're sidestepping straight back into this one. Valen takes out Raga. Coconut got to try and hold this one down on through the bottom of mid, but here comes the re-exploration of G2.
Weapon here.
Through Link now, 3 players stacked up, grouped up. Ready to explode. They spotted it, just trying to see if they can get any sort of easy access to these fights. Open sight lines. XLG not willing to give them too easily. Still, too much to overcome. And heads are rolling. G2, how do they do it? And this one flying forwards, but the Thorns were dead nice and early. It's a shock dart sent flying in.
I'm back.
Gains himself backside control though, out towards into Gong, has a flash up and under. This is G2 playing this one fast with the flood defense. They want to try and take this one by storm, and they're overwhelming.
Spike down, B.
Stinger in the hand of Jorgamo obtains the upgrade in the end, and Viva's the last one left. Can't stand against it. It's being reinforced. There's players here waiting off to the side, including Trent, tucked into the corner.
30
Inside the
seconds
Viper Orb, and Raga's dealt with TP into the back. Nothing else to really supplement the rest of that one after shock. And there it is. Trent's pushed out into the open, but with that operator in the hands of Jorgamo, short is on lockdown. Flash, dodge up and over towards the top, and supplementary util, and it's a scramble, a mad dash from XLG. Or Omen, I should say.
They were thinking about it.
TP up towards heaven is going to be broken. Raga forwards here to breach ult. Try and lay way towards the sides. Trent's already there. Perfect with the util. Haunt just paints out Raga's outline. Jorgamo even going to be using his own dimensional drift now. Spots it out. Plenty of players left waiting around to the sides. Re-exploration, re-clearing. Cord 4, TP. Flash waiting. Prime going to let loose here. And G2 have pouncing on the opportunity to draw out even more blood. XLG not able to take a breath in these moments, but they may have an opportunity to go a bit further. There's a game of timings happening here. Happy Way drifted in through mid.
But I think that the round should just be dead. I mean, the spike is surrounded by G2 players.
There's no retrieving it, is there? Now from the side here is Leaf waiting. And now, Shock's not going to do much there for the Vice Wall. Obviously intended for the Thorns that have been placed prior. TP into the back, and you just can't get out of dodge. Still, it's there, available, ready, and waiting. Jonah P wants to try and flood his way in, and the vulnerable is across the board. XLG, though, the ones dominating. Oh, as I say that, Leaf is going to take out 2 of them. Leaves it into a 1v2 spot for Trent. We've seen this guy in the clutch. We know what he's capable of.
Spike.
Coconut's going to be able to put down a one-way for the spike. They can play over towards long, but it will offer potentially opportunities for Trent to pick them off if his aim can be good enough. Vandal, powerful at long range. And I think he should start to get the read that they're playing off-site here down C long.
Yeah, feels as Jonah P. You're hard stuck onto this angle right now. Raga's got you watched. Flash dodged, and there's the peek, and there's the get out. Raga.
It's a good punish. He's got great information just from the sound. Bit bold. I'm not exactly sure what Jonah was going for there with the hop up. Trent takes a shot as Happy Way feeds into this B lurk position. XLG, they're playing slowly. And a kill happened there on both ends. Raga also punished Trent for an info peek.
Raga hasn't cleared that. I think he's missed it on top of the box. And he's just out into the open. Jorgamo there with a trade. Raga might have just done enough though. Still that TV forwards. Midi. He's got to be sharp with it. Rifle in hand, finally putting a stop to it. Jorgamo's running rampant ever so slightly here. Midi and Viva being left to do it now. Jump spot out into the open. Stray shots and damage and spam in all. Oh my, no coverage in sight! Not like this! Not like this! Re-exploring, risks to be taken with just the Sheriff in hand.
XLG did win that thrifty before.
There's a head. Clean off the shoulders. Valen's going to be done. No more.
It does feel like Raga's starting to get a feel of the game.
Heating up.
He's playing very much on his own, though. It's not like he's using that initiator util. Mostly just setting himself up for kills.
I mean, he was dragging most of the G2 players away, but a flash got a connection. Contact over towards A, and it's caused them scurrying back and over, but XLG are playing the long con. Going back over towards Raga, why not? But he earned himself the entirety of the C site.
It's a very dangerous rotate from Viva going through mid there, exposing himself to B and Garage. But they make it through. No casualties.
30 seconds left.
Should be a plant.
Lost shots fired off. Jorgamo looking for a lucky connection in all. Raga, he's forward again. And this guy is indomitable! Raga! He's going to need a bandage for that one. Drop down to 33 health.
But you can't do that consistently. And he won't even get a chance in this round. Runs into Jorgamo, takes an op bullet to the chest. And now the rest of XLG have to try to put a game plan together without their star player, without the dimensional drift. And it's the last one in the half.
Cover going out.
Jorgamo looking to spot out these players now. Dimensional drift sees the two of them.
That's great info.
I'm back.
You know that the Cypher's lurking somewhere. You know that all three of the other players are over towards A. And Jorg, he's already anticipating that they're going to be making a bit of a pivot. Happyway's caught the timing past the flash.
Yeah, he has. No acknowledgement on that one.
Very fast timing.
About as good as the timing as he could possibly hope for. And it's still being jiggled, but yeah, Leaf unanticipating it.
Cage triggered.
Leaf even went for a reaction Thorns pop there at 40 seconds. Jorg's on an island.
And Happyway. Making sure that he can really take advantage of the fact here over towards C. This is Valen, he full sticks it, he's all the way, in through, into the back, and still cleaned up. In the end, XLG now, they do have finally open access to that C site.
This would be
work being put in.
This would be an incredible round for XLG to get a 7-5 half, more than they could have dreamed of early.
Happyway. He's got the operator in his hands here. He misses the first shot though, and a bit of spam. Trying to run this guy down all the way. The ults though have been earned up. Midi stands them all.
Form they were on Icebox, where they tore through the Chinese squad.
Both of these teams be bitterly disappointed of an early exit here.
Flash tells them that there's somebody either peeking Garage or on the flank.
TP into the corner. Snake bite round towards the back. Flash into your face on top of it. Jorgamo trying to take that fight, and he was set up relatively well. G2 though, can he follow up of the most of it? He's going to trade onto Midi, but this anchor smoke is brutal to get through, and Viva just trying to weave in and out between it. Valen drops one, dropped himself, traded in a moment's notice. Up towards the top though, no more smokes. Up towards heaven, and Happyway just poking his head out. Spike has been dropped out into the open.
Yeah, and that's a little bit tough because they know there's a player over towards heaven. Happyway with a ghost and very little health. How do you block this off?
30 seconds left.
Just has to be the double hold as they reclaim it, retrieve it. Scurrying back now to safety, getting that plant down.
Yeah, and I think Happyway missed his timing to have influence in this round.
Could have potentially done it, but now G2 are going to be tucked in safe positions, trying to play a bit more discipline, and there it is. As soon as you catch the contact, Leaf is supposed to be the pivotal point. Jonah P, the one to
not to vocalize what you're thinking. Here's that stun like I'm talking about. XLG's comp is better for A lobby control.
Raga did take out Valen, but he is traded.
Yeah, so best case he's managed is going 1-for-1, and I'm not sure that that's enough in a round like this. G2 slow things down. XLG take the response into mid. This flash, Vice Flash, up on their screens, always available to get the info.
Three players. Trying to wait now. Plenty of bullets left waiting, and more where that came from. Jonah P. He knows where that final player could be lurking around towards the side, and Midi does a decent job of it still into the 1v1. It's Leaf versus Viva.
And it's a must-win here for Viva. It's G2's bonus. They can still afford to buy into the next. Viva can't.
Mutual setup. Plant is down, and the game of timings is just missed by Leaf, but still He's going to be wrapping this one all the way around to the side, and a bit of patience now played as well.
Viva's had a nightmare of a map so far. He's 2-10. This would be everything for the guy.
Flash hasn't seen much. He's got to reveal his hand. Deep dart down, and it clears one of the angles for him. Doesn't know where to expect Leaf, though. Creeping around, crawling around this guy. It's all over the place. Practically. Here and now. Gonna get cheeky there. Hopping around to the side. Hold on. Hold on. Happy way with the Sheriff. Shots are flying and rattling down that sight line. 3 versus 3. That's what it's come down to now here. Playing a bit off-side still. Coconut is up. They're going to have smokes to play this one. You can't be entirely off the side, and G2 I think have just realized it. Now starting to play up a little bit more. Late lurk now from Leaf. It's going to be that backup policy, but with a bit of pace, might not get a chance to do it here. Shots already fired. Valorant has been caught from behind. The TP down towards Long. You are completely out of the picture. Jorgamo is forwards, and guns need to be at the ready. It's Viva again versus Leaf once more. Can he do it? Tapping out, searching, hunting! 2 are all smiles. XLG can feel it, slowly losing their chance. But staying alive here in a global event. Flash and a peek alongside that horn. Viva!
That's big.
Okay.
That's redemption for Viva.
Adds us back. 2, make it 3, make it 4! God! A bit of fire, bit of fury, inserted into it. Raw spam maybe to get the job done towards the end. He's 1 away from the ace. And it would do wonders for the confidence. Leaf is dodging, juking, desperate to stay alive. The movement of chance, denies him his chance in the sun.
But no, hold on.
Now hold on.
Pump the brakes. There's a minute still left here. I've seen Leaf work magic before, and his wall gets dripped over towards C.
There's a 1v2 though, and he's walking knife out. Doesn't realize the happy way is already all of the A site out. Spots it. Multiple players there. Raga taking a peek. Let's claim Jonah P.
And this allows them now to use the Vice ultimate for post-plant.
Midi to tap. It's forced out the old early here. Players going to be colliding, clashing. Jorgamo tries to step forward. He's going to try and stem that bleeding, shore it up, at least momentarily here, round to the side. And the ult's going to be extended. Oh my goodness, he's just swapping around the weaponry. Valin just walking. Happy way from on high. Operator in hand after shot, pushing him out wide. And it's just left down to Trent in that 1v2 scenario. And happy way, sight set on the appropriate position. TP now into the back by Valin. I know it's all clear.
Oh, fake as well into spawn, so they do have to respect that. There's an Omen smoke in the defender's spawn that they might have teleported into.
It's going to bleed time out of XLG where they have to try and at least defend this one. Still, he's ahead of it as that smoke just dissipates. Jorgamo, he's wide out into the open. Trying to flash his way in, but Valin's still towards the back. This is going to be clearing up the question marks. Here for XLG.
Important trade.
They're going to be clearing up most of the map as well. Into, through, and the side. B side.
They have flash, they have recon.
There it is, recon up and over. Smoke propped up, a bit of spam from G2. Is this what it's going to take? Is this how they're going to be claiming this round here? Stepping forwards and past it. The line of scrimmage that was layered down, and it's stray bullets follow the tracers. Time has run out. The TP back at him, so Raga evacuating. Through the back though, this is Happy Way hard committed. He's decayed down. Thorns and a snake bite, it's all offloaded. There was nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Foul concoction that G2 just brewed up, and now with a player advantage, site control is theirs. We're looking at Raga to see if he can be the difference maker. Peeks out wide, don't follow up at all. It's the Vice sword offloaded now. Thorns scattered wide. And with it, XLG's hopes. Jorgamo taking point, taking contact, and bodies are dropped at a moment's notice.